Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Lovely and I make Philippine travel updates. So yesterday, the IATF or the Interagency Task Force released an update for the alert levels in the Philippines. So yesterday, March 15, 2022, the IATF placed the National Capital Region along with the 47 other areas under Alert Level 1 that is effective March 16 to 31 of 2022. That was released by Mr. Martin Antonar, the Presidential Communications Secretary and Acting Presidential Spokesperson. Okay, so here are the list of areas that are under Alert Level 1. We will cover Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So let's first tackle areas in Luzon, particularly in NCR or the Metro Manila National Capital Region. Under Cordillera Administrative Region or CAR, we have Abra, Apayao, Baguio City, and Kalinga. Region 1, Dagupan City, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, Pangasinan. And they're under Region 2, we have Batanes, Cagayan, City of Santiago, Isabela, and Quirino. And under Region 3, we have Angeles City, Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Olongapo City, Pampanga, Tarlac, Zambales. And we also have under Region 4A, we have Batangas, Cavite, Laguna, and Lucena City. Under Region 4B, we have Marinduque, Puerto Princesa City, Romblon. In Region 5, we have Naga City and Catanduanes. Alright, we're done with Luzon area, so we will now check the areas under Alert Level 1 in Visayas region. So under Region 6, we have Aklan, Bacolod City, Capiz, Guimaras, Iloilo City. Region 7, we have Cebu City, Siquijor. Region 8, we have Biliran, Ormoc City, and Tacloban City. Now, if you're traveling domestic to Tacloban City, so good news, this is now, they're now already under Alert Level 1, so you can check the flight schedule for Tacloban Airport. Now we'll move forward now to the Mindanao areas. We have Region 9, Zamboanga City, Region 10, Cagayan de Oro City, Camiguin. Region 11, we have the Davao City. So Davao City is now under Alert Level 1. We also have Caraga in Butuan City. All right. Now, in some areas, so the remaining towns and provinces not covered or not mentioned in the screen, in the list by Alert Level 1 are placed under Alert Level 2 until the end of the month. So Alert Level 0 has not yet been imposed in any area across the country. Okay. So if we are flying to Cebu City is already under Alert Level 1. But the Cebu provinces, they are still under Alert Level 2. So the same travel protocols applies and we will continue to check. Okay. So, all right. Now, these are the guidelines for Alert Level 1 when it comes to operational capacity. So all private offices and workplaces are now operating 100% capacity. Same with the government agencies and instrumentalities of the government shall likewise adhere to 100% on-site workers. So if you are planning to visit a government agency in the area or in Metro Manila, so they are operating 100% capacity. All right. Now, when it comes to public transportation, if you are flying to Manila under Alert Level 1, so the public transportation shall be at full seating capacity, guys. All right? So if you are riding a public jeepney, it is already 100% full capacity. Now, if you are booking a Grab, you would use of plastic dividers in public transportation shall not be required. It's just optional. And then when it comes to health protocols in establishments, now if you are going to dine in, all right, so of course, they still need to practice outdoor sports, exercise activities where physical distance can be maintained. So if you're visiting a specific establishment, the use of health declaration forms or the paper-based contact tracing, the manual writing of health declaration forms shall not be required for all agencies and establishments. At the same time, the use of digital contact tracing such as the StaySafe.ph, the Trace app, is also optional for the agencies and establishments. So it's up to the establishment if they would still require the digital contact tracing or the manual sign up of health declaration upon entry to an establishment. All right. So also, temperature checking prior to entry in an establishment may be optional. So maybe there are few establishments that if you're visiting in a mall, they still do random, or they still do temperature check aside from the contact tracing app or the manual write of health declaration upon entry. Now, for the COVID testing in domestic, in domestic travels in the Philippines, you must check the travel protocols of every local government unit. So it depends on the LGU if they are requiring you to present a negative antigen test or an RT PCR test. But majority of the major cities are not requiring antigen tests anymore as long as you are fully vaccinated. So if you have plans of going around or if you are traveling domestic in the Philippines, you check from the official website of every local government units of the recent COVID-19 testing as their requirement upon entry. All right. Now, on the showing of proof of COVID-19 vaccination, so there is also a mandate that if you are fully vaccinated or in some areas of traveling, you can present your a negative RT-PCR test or a proof of COVID-19 vaccination if you are fully vaccinated, provided with QR code. Now, if you do not have a QR code upon showing your proof of vaccination, then you can just present the original vaccination certificate from your LGU, and then of course you would need to present a valid ID. So for example, if you are traveling to Cebu, MACTAN Cebu International Airport, for fully vaccinated traveling domestic, you no longer need to present a negative RT-PCR test. You just need to present upon arrival or upon entry your COVID vaccine certification plus a valid ID. All right? Okay. Now, so kailan isa sa ilalim ang Metro Manila under Alert Level 0? So it's been in the news in the last few days that Metro Manila, in a separate interview by Mr. Joey Concepcion, the Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship, he really expressed support on the move to lift the alert levels, but noted that COVID-19 vaccination must continue, including the national vaccination drive, particularly the booster shot administration. According to him, there have been, the positive cases has been dropping in the last few days, and there have been a lot of rallies going on because of the approaching national election. Regardless, there has been already rallies, but the turnout of the positive cases daily has been dropping since then. So he is really supporting of lifting all the alert levels in the Philippines. Now, the government also has yet to reach consensus whether the country is already ready for a shift to alert level 0, which would essentially, under alert level 0, they would do away with restrictions under the government alert system. As a matter of fact, the Metro Manila mayor is open to propose restriction-free alert level 0, but according to Mr. Frisco San Juan Jr., the Authority General Manager, they said that they were okay, or the Metro Manila mayors were okay, and they're ready to stay at alert level 1 until the end. If they cannot push through with the alert level 0. Okay. All right, so on the other note, good news for international foreign arrivals, or foreign tourists, because the Philippines will open doors to all foreign tourists with the easing of travel requirements starting April 1 of 2022. All right. So starting April 1, guys, there will be no limit to the number of international passengers arriving in all ports of entry in the country. This is confirmed by the Department of Tourism on Friday, March 11, following the announcement that the following decision of the IATF for the management of the emerging infectious diseases to lift the arrival quota for unvaccinated passengers in all ports of entry. Now, the IATF, under Resolution 164A, made the submission of a negative laboratory-based antigen test result taken within few hours from departure as an alternative option for arriving passengers. So, for foreign tourists traveling by April 1, 2022, these are your travel protocols to follow. Number one is you can now present negative RT PCR test or a laboratory-based antigen test shall be accepted. Number two, resumption of visa issuance by the Philippine embassies and consulates abroad without arrival quotas, which is good news. And number three is opens to all fully vaccinated tourists from all countries, meaning not just the countries that are non-visa free required, plus the Hong Kong with SAR visa holders are accepted, but this will be open to all fully vaccinated tourists from all countries, visa required or non-visa required countries that are fully vaccinated. All right? And the entry of passport holders from Hong Kong SAR and Macau SAR for a period not exceeding 14 days, and approve the reciprocal recognition of COVID vaccination certificates from, these are additional from Croatia, Cyprus, and Nepal. All right. Now, will the Philippines open to unvaccinated foreign tourists by April 1? I know a lot of you guys have been following up about the recent travel updates for the Philippines, especially, the unvaccinated foreign tourists who have been deciding or have been wanting to enter the Philippines very soon, or have been waiting patiently to open up the Philippines for all foreign tourists. Unfortunately, guys, sad to say, but the Philippines is not yet accepting unvaccinated foreign tourists by April 1. But we remain hopeful, and hopefully we could get accepted, or we could accept more, and the travel updates would be lifted as soon as possible, so everybody can enter the country without any travel restrictions in the future. All right, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you find my video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the like button, and comment down below if you have suggestions or questions and feedbacks regarding this video. I'll see you on my next vlog. Bye!